Hello everybody, how's it going? It's me, Krendor, and today I'm making a video about getting into playing the actual game of Warhammer. So I'm talking specifically Age of Sigmar, because that's what I play. I know 40k is there too. I'm not a big 40k person, as I've said, but maybe in the future, but it just doesn't really interest me. It's just, you know, it's my preference. So I'm kind of curious as to how many of you have gotten into Warhammer because you just want to paint and build guys, and how many of you have gotten into Warhammer because you want to play the game, or how many of you got into Warhammer because you want to build and paint, but now you're like, I got a lot of these guys I've built and painted, I'd like to learn how to play the game. And I'm curious because I'm going to be making a video series, maybe not even a series, it might just be one video, called, you know, Playing Warhammer for Dumb People, right? Me. Or kind of like explaining how to play Warhammer for dumb people. Kind of like Warhammer for Dummies is what I'm trying to make. And I'm trying to make it in like a 5 to 10 minute video format, so it's kind of quick to watch. You don't have to, because all the videos out there right now are like, watch my 10-part series on how to get in the Warhammer. Right? Like, when I tried learning how to play the game, I looked up, like, how do I play Warhammer? It was like, there was like barely any videos, and most of them were practically teaching me like I'm gonna go play in a competitive environment or something. While, you know, I've probably played like 25 to 30 games of Warhammer at this point, and I don't think I've played one game of like super competitive Warhammer yet. You know what I mean? Like, you know, maybe it can be a competitive game, but we're not like playing in a tournament or something. That's what I'm trying to get at, right? Like, I didn't move my guy, and then the other person's like, hey, look at that right there. You moved him an extra half inch. That's disqualification. Like, nobody cares, right? When we mostly play, you're like, I kind of moved him a little too far, and everyone's like, whatever, man, right? As long as, you know, you're being cool, you're honest, you're just having a good time, right? That's the whole point, is that people want to play to have a good time. So I'm kind of curious as to what has stopped you from getting into the game aspect of Warhammer, and what questions you might have on how to actually get into it. Because I know I've only been into Warhammer since July of 2019. So, what's that? July, August, 7 months? It's been about 7 months, approaching that. And I've only played the game for about 4 of those months, and I've gotten pretty good at playing the game. I think if I had to compete in a tournament, I probably could. I've probably played half of those games as Seraphon, and then like maybe a fourth as Beastmen and a fourth as Orcs. So, but you know, you kind of learn different strategies, different gameplay styles, all that as you play different factions. So that's when I first got into it. You know, it was just confusing to learn. So I learned at a Games Workshop, and everybody was really friendly. They taught me, and you know, people were very patient because, you know, you're trying to play and you're like, this guy moves 5 inches. This guy moves 7 inches. This guy attacks on 4s, hits on 4s, wounds on 3, and like you're taking, you know, but you know, you're always gonna find people that are open to helping you out and being patient while you learn. And you can also just play against yourself, honestly. Like, you can just set up half your army on each side and then just practice playing against yourself. But the biggest thing is, I guess, learning what you're even doing. So, again, leave your comments down below on, like, your questions on how, you know, why you're not getting into playing the game, right? Maybe you're just like, I don't know how to build an army, or I don't know the first place to get started, or, you know, how do I even read what my units do, right? Just let me know in the comments below, because it's going to help me with my video script series thing I'm writing. Which, again, is kind of just like Warhammer for Dummies, or like how to play Sigmar in 10 minutes, right? I just want it to be like a bite-sized, funny kind of informational thing, because none of them are really funny either. They're very serious, like, this is how you get into the Age of Sigmar, and I'm like, all right, I get it, right? Like, I'm just trying to have a fun time here. Obviously, I'm going to do like a little demo game, but there's things like building an army, army list, types of game modes you can play. There's how you actually read your War Scroll card, which is the thing that tells you what your units do. There's the different phases of the battle. There's what actually are you doing on the battlefield? Are you playing like deathmatch where you both just try to kill each other and wipe the board? Or are you playing for objectives? Most people play for objectives because not every army is built to just go out there and fight. Seraphon. Lizardmen are so bad at like fighting a deathmatch. They're literally made for taking objectives, which is why the new book coming out could be great. Maybe they'll be useful. So that's pretty much why I made this video, because, you know, back in 8th grade when I first got into Warhammer, it was like 8th edition, and I really wanted to play the game, but me and my friend had no idea how to play, and so we would just roll dice and play it like action figures almost. And so I would read the like 8th edition manual, which was like that thick, and I got it over there. I bought it on eBay. I've shown it before, but it's very complicated to learn even now, as opposed to like, you know, Age of Sigmar getting into it. I think is a lot more simpler. I don't know about 40k. I would imagine it's pretty close. I heard there's a lot more shooting in 40k, but I don't know. I know how to play Sigmar. So again, just let me know. And I'm going to be making that pretty soon, hopefully within the week. I'd like to get this video made this week. And then I'm going to do like a how to get into Warhammer video for my main channel. And then hopefully that'll drive some traffic to this channel. And then people will be like, hey, I just watched Crendor's how to get into Warhammer thing. Now I'm going to watch this on how to play the game. And cool, I learned how to play the game and I'm in the Warhammer, blah, 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 blah. So yeah. Either way, I think you get the gist of what I'm saying. So again, leave your comments down below on whether you just paint or play, or paint and play, and what interests you the most, and why you haven't started playing the game, or what questions you might have about getting into playing the game. I guess that's the biggest one. So thank you for listening, watching, and I will see you next time. Okay? Okay. See ya!